Hi, how you doing today? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, karibu sana, asante kwa kuja. My name is Millennial Auntie. Have you subscribed to this channel? No? Please do so. Kindly consider subscribing, So today, I want to talk about something very important. Now, my son is already here, and you can remember in another video before, I talked about the things I had packed in my maternity bag for mom and for baby. There were two videos. I'll put them up here for you. Up here? Yeah, up here for you to see those ones. So, at the hospital, I realized there are some things that I had carried that were useless, basically useless. And I'm going to share that list with you. I have around 7 to 8 things that I did not use, and then at the very end, if you stick to the very end, I'm going to give you some bonus information that you're going to like of something that I regret not carrying. So get comfortable, I'll be back in a jiffy.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day.
Don't get me wrong, everything I packed was very important. Each and every one of them had a purpose, but the practicality of some things was just not there. For example, number one, a beanie. You see, I thought when I go to hospital, probably I'll be laboring at night, and of course I labored through the night, and I thought it would be cold in the hospital, so maybe I would need a beanie to keep my head and my ears warm. So I packed this one. It looks like it was winter, something for winter or something. But then the hospital was very warm. You know why? Because the maternity wing, normally because they deal with babies, they make the place very warm. Okay, I think it's the whole hospital, all wards, but the maternity wing in particular was very warm. There were heaters all over the place, and so it wasn't cold indoors. This one I carried, I did not use, but it was important. Maybe you might need it in your case. The other thing that I carried that was very important but I did not use was this surgical spirit. As you can see, I still have a bottle full because I didn't use it. Why did I not use it? At the hospital, I was given another product called Clean Cord. They told me that surgical spirit, they are trying to phase out surgical spirit for treating the baby's umbilical cord, because apparently it digs in or something like that. They had an explanation for why they want to phase this out. So I was given Clean Cord to treat baby's umbilical cord. Now, normally you are told that the umbilical cord should dry and fall off maybe in a week or 2, maximum 3 weeks. So the Clean Cord, I think it works a little bit slower because my baby's cord took like 3 weeks to fall off. But even its usage is different, because unlike this one where you're going to use cotton wool maybe to wipe the area around the cord and the cord, the Clean Cord, you just put drops. You cover the whole place with the drops twice a day, and it worked well, although it worked slowly. Useless. And then, ladies and gentlemen, if you watch that video of the things I packed, I explained to you that I was going to carry these 2 combs. Why? I had been told that when you're in labor, you can hold these ones and squeeze to help you cope with the pain. But ladies and gentlemen, I did not get to use these ones. The pain came in hard. I forgot I had these. By the way, I should have started off, the first thing I should have done was hold this in my hands and wait for the bad part of the labor. But I forgot, because that pain, I don't think these ones would have helped. That pain needs you to breathe and breathe hard. So these ones, for me, they were useless. Another thing that is important, but it was not important for me during my stay at the hospital, was nursing gown, or Dera, the way we call it here. So this nursing gown, it has a zipper right here. It makes nursing easy for you. So at the hospital, I thought I was going to use it. But then at the hospital, I was given the hospital gowns. At some point, I took a shower and changed into this. And I was told, as long as you are admitted in this hospital, you're supposed to stay in the hospital gown. Now, that was very important looking back, because the hospital gown was open at the front, and its practicality is just on point, because when they are doing the checks, when they're checking you, you know, the gown is easy to navigate. You don't have to like lift clothes or remove it or stuff like that. So this one for me at the hospital was useless. Next thing, very important, but did not work for me. Flip-flops. Now, you can remember I packed these ones because I wanted to wear them and walk around in them during labor and every other thing I was doing at the hospital. But the hospital gave me a pair which was even more comfortable than these ones. And so I opted to use the ones that the hospital gave me. So I don't know, maybe your hospital will not give you flip-flops. You have to check with them before you go to deliver. So these ones for me were, thank you. The next thing, important but never used. Now, because I gave birth during the rainy season, I thought maybe when I was leaving the hospital, maybe I would need to, cover myself and the baby, when we are leaving the hospital, or have someone hold it over us. But that did not happen. The weather was very favorable. The sun was not very hot, and there was no rain. And besides, when we left the hospital, we stepped out of the hospital and into the car. By the way, the people who came to pick us from the hospital, the godparents of our son Carlos and Alice, hi, much appreciated. So they came to pick us, and so we didn't need this one. For me, it was useless. Next, very important, but never worked for me. Breast pads. You know that these are very important, because after you have given birth, immediately you give birth, the milk can come in fast and furious, and you leak a lot. The milk leaks a lot. But in my case, my milk did not come in immediately. It took 3 days. So on Sunday, my baby came. I didn't have any milk. My baby was being fed formula. Day 2, same thing, but I was also put on some meds to help trigger the milk. And also I was under instructions to put my baby on the breast every 2 hours for 45 minutes, so that he can help trigger, the production of the milk. And it helped, by the way. So by day 3, I already had the milk coming in, and it wasn't much. It was just that initial milk. It's called colostrum, and it was not leaking yet. So the breast pads, I did not use them for the hospital, but you might need to carry them anyway. The other thing that I carried but never used, my grandma panties. I don't know, I don't know. Maybe you don't know what grandma panties look like. Here grandma panties look like that, but we also wear them. I'm not a grandma, but I wear them. So I had carried these ones so that I can maybe use them with the maternity pads. But then again, I had the diapers, and I realized something about the diapers, that they were very efficient. They are like, it's a panty and a maternity pad in one. They were very efficient. I didn't need to use any extra pads or even wear panties. So for me, my grandma panties were useless. And also, the sister to the grandma panties, the disposable panties. By the way, if you have never seen how they look like, let me show you. Today I'm showing you, everybody. I'm your auntie anyway. Auntie does not hide things. It's my duty to be candid. Here we keep it real. So they look like this. Yeah. Now this one looks like real grandma panties. Yeah. And they are disposable. So you wear it with a pad, and then when it's full, you remove and dispose both the pad and the panty. But I did not use them. Why? My diapers were very, very efficient. So ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much sums up the list of the things I carried to the hospital. They were important, but they were not practical for my case. So when you're going to the hospital, make sure everything you are packing is practical. Okay, sometimes you might not know, but better to be prepared. Be over-prepared rather than under-prepared. So thank you so much for sticking to the end. And you remember I told you I was going to give you some bonus information about something that was very important. I forgot to carry it and I regretted. Here we are. This, my goodness, this is very important, a nursing pillow. The reason why I regret not carrying this is because immediately I gave birth, I felt like there was a hole left in my abdomen. So my back was hurting. And you see, I had to put my baby to the breast every 2 hours so that he can help stimulate the milk. And there's something about first time breastfeeding. You don't know how to do it, you are learning. Sometimes you hunch over, sometimes you're like this, sometimes you don't know how to sit properly. You don't have a pillow in your bed to support your back, and it was hectic for me. And I had to order these. I had to send my husband to go bring me one so that I can, so that my breastfeeding would be easy. You remember I did not have milk, and so I had to work hard. My baby and I had to work hard to stimulate the milk. So this one came in very handy. It helped my back. So my back was not hurting, and I did not have to like hunch over like this to breastfeed. So I would lift my baby, put him here, support myself very nicely, put baby to breast, and I'll be very comfortable. My back is straight. So this is very important. And if you don't have this one, it's more expensive than the regular pillow. You can carry your own pillow from home. Make sure it's a good one, it's sturdy. Do you say sturdy? Or make sure it's firm, so that when you put your baby on it, he or she eats. Actually, for babies you say eat. Your baby is supported nicely. It's going to be very, very helpful. Do not forget. So we have come to the end of this video, and if you are pregnant or planning to be pregnant, make sure you check with your hospital what they provide you with so that you don't overpack. So thank you so much for watching to the end, and have you subscribed? Kindly consider subscribing before you go. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to